Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading for May 25th through the 31st of 2020. So we're back, and do be sure to check out your June 2020 readings. Those are going up as quickly as I possibly can do them. And happy birthday to all of my Geminis. It is now officially Gemini season. So stick around at the end, guys. I have some announcements like why I can't get into Instagram and why I haven't done my weeklies last week and why I wasn't able to do the May monthlies. So stick around at the end for those announcements. But let's get right into the astrology here. So a lot has happened astrologically, right? We can all feel that, right? Because of last week. We had 3 major outer planets go retrograde. So with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, all of these outer planets that are retrograding, they actually retrograde much slower because they are such large outer planets. So this is actually going to feel a lot similar to how we felt in January. And the reason for that is there's going to be possibly this return of an influence that was similar to that that happened at the outbreak actually of COVID-19 in January. So this is when Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all aligned on January 12th, kind of signifying the real beginning of the outbreak and the beginning of this whole COVID-19 situation. So I'll be interested to see at what this kind of energy brings up, especially, beginning this week and moving forward. We're just gonna have to keep an eye on it to make sure, we're not going into some type of second wave of it or something else. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on this and see where it's going. The only other really big thing astrologically that's happening is Thursday, May 28th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. And later in June, it will be retrograding in Cancer. So watch out for that. It's gonna hit its pre-shadow June 2nd. All right, and with that, that's all the astrology for this week. So we're gonna get right into the reading now. Alrighty, Cancers, let's get into your weekly here with the Morgan Greer. Super duper hot today where I'm at. It's been so hot this week. I'm like dying, guys. Let's see here what we're getting. We have Mercury moving into your sign this week, as we mentioned before. Let's pull a couple more and see what this week holds for you. Yeah, we like that. Okay. Cancers, I don't know. I've been feeling a lot of pull from you guys in terms of, I feel like you guys are ready for the next step. You're ready for a new big move in some big way here, like a new job, a new home. Like you guys are ready for something big. And maybe you've been manifesting it, hoping for it, dying for it, whatever it is. But I do feel like you're going to see a lot more movement there in June. Do check out your June reading. And by the end of June, it does feel like we got some big stuff happening. Because, again, you guys have an eclipse in your sign coming up. So do check out your monthly because I'm feeling the beginnings, the rumblings of the changes that are to come there in June here in this reading. The Knight of Rods and the Six of Cups are your themes this week. Knight of Rods runs on, passion, on what, is driving his fire in that moment, what he's excited about, what interests him, what he wants to talk about. He's very, based on his own energy, based on his own interests and fire and what he perceives things as. He doesn't really think before he speaks. He doesn't really think before he acts. And that's, that's usually him. And he's usually often traveling, going towards the unknown. And again, not really worrying about what the consequences are, where it might take him. Okay, he just follows his fire and that's what he does. And that's okay. You guys have a sense of following your fire and knowing it's going to be okay this week. Six of Cups does come up for maybe, I'm feeling for a lot of you, like desires, things from the past. It could be past lovers. Let's not get too into that just yet though, because these are things from the past that are coming up. We are in a Venus retrograde, so things that you maybe used to enjoy, you're going to find yourself wanting to do again, or maybe careers, lines of work. Maybe I wanted to work for that company, maybe I wanted to do this, and these desires and these pushes are going to come up again this week, and you're going to want to indulge them, go back to that and really relive why we have those feelings and how can we get that again. And a lighter note, you might be playing games, listening to music, reading books, eating food even, that, bring you peace and happiness that you used to do when you were younger, or that bring in the sense of nostalgia, things that you used to do. How you're feeling this week here and what's in your emotional self here is the World. There's expansion and growth, and this is very big for you. Because when the world comes up, it just feels like there's expanded consciousness and expanded life. And because this is how you're feeling like you're entering again a new chapter. There's a sense of, I know that things are beginning to change and shift and that I'm going to be rewarded. There's a huge cycle that definitely feels like it's coming into completion. And as a Cancer rising, even I've been feeling this. Like, I know something big is coming. I know that we're going to hit a huge change. And I'm hoping, like I said in the beginning with the astrology, it's not something like that again, because the last time, I felt I felt the COVID situation coming for a while, but was not expecting it to be that at all. So that was interesting. And I can't help but notice the devil is there on the bottom. But when you see the world, and even with the devil, let's just take it out because that feels significant there. We're recognizing the areas where we are needing to take a step back and look at things a little differently, especially with all these planets retrograde and things moving slower. We are taking things at a slower level. We're taking things with more patience, because working through this stuff is not always easy, but we are putting it to bed. We are letting it go, and we're no longer being captured, stuck, or stagnated by things that we felt controlled us, or that we felt, we had to do, that we felt attached to: relationships, jobs, people, ways of living. I can't do this until I get to this point. Yeah, well, what says that? What really says that? You say that. Hierophant here also comes up. I can't help but notice. You have some nice major arcana showing up here. We'll get to the rest of them soon. There's a lot of major themes that I feel like are beginning for you guys this week, and we're going to see them play throughout June. But this last week of May, with all the retrogrades now in place and Mercury moving into your sign, again, it asks you to take things slower, because the Hierophant is more traditional. He is usually associated with Taurus, fixed energy, fixed, knowledge energy here. What can we learn? You have the keys. And some of you might be thinking in terms of, and this actually came up, I believe, in your June reading too, for career stuff. So that's very interesting. Do check that out now that I think about it. But the Hierophant may be joining something bigger, maybe even learning something new, wanting to go back to school for some of you, getting a degree. For some of you, you might be getting your degree very soon. It is May into June now, so that could have happened or could be happening. And you could be feeling, you could have gotten a doctorate, your bachelor's, whatever, but there is a sense of knowledge here that has been acquired that we are now going to use. And we're using it, not willy-nilly, but we're using it to our success. And I just want to pull one more for this, because I feel like you guys are experiencing, and this did come up in your monthly as well, some career moves and desires for move. You want something more stable, you want something reliable, you want something also that you feel more emotionally connected to. For a lot of you, I feel that you've outgrown where you have been working. And and as I looked up, it said 555 on the time there. So yeah, this is the time of change for you guys in career and in work, because 555 is a signifier of great change coming in. It's kind of, again, like fives are in tarot, the moment of struggle, a moment of fight. And you might need to do that, but there's change in flux right now. Four of Wands is there, and it does feel like it's bringing you there. So if you have desired or wanted to live in a new home, if you saw your life a different way than it is now, and you're starting to get frustrated at what holds you back and blocks you from getting there, I think that a lot of you guys are setting up plans, are going for different jobs, are asking for that raise, asking for, the leveled up position, the better benefits, whatever it is. You have the key, and only you and your confidence and taking the right steps to get there can really get you there. You have success in money and in finances and in your career for sure, but it's about, whether you're willing to use your knowledge to get there, or if you're going to let these things hold you up. No, this is an expanded view. You've grown, and you're looking for a bigger, greater shell, it feels to me. And I do think that you will successfully start your journey there. I'm not saying that it's all going to happen this week and yay, yay, yay. Now, things are not immediate with all these retrogrades. You guys have to be aware of that as well. Love is temperance, so it does feel like as long as you're willing to adapt to how love is now, we're willing to work with each other, to heal a relationship, to work through things emotionally. There's a lot of emotional wounds, it feels like, that need healing and that need that touch of love and that Cancerian, almost maternal touch within the relationship here. It's also how you use your baby energy. Don't play baby, put in the work, be willing to be mature and adapt within this situation here. Life is throwing you a lot right now, and with Venus in retrograde, it can make things difficult and communication and relating to each other very hard, but emotionally it's adapting to, how we're feeling right now, recognizing that things aren't normal and doing what needs to be done to make sure we're not letting the emotions and the weirdness get the best of us right now. Okay? It's all, yeah, and again, if people are coming back from the past, just try to remember and temper the situation. Be intelligent and wise about it, expansive like a Sagittarius. We learn from our mistakes and then we run moving forward. It's very Sagittarian kind of vibe week for you, actually. And we do have a Sagittarius eclipse in June, and then we also have your eclipse, so I'm not too surprised either. Your advice here, yeah, it's interesting. Your advice here is Three of Wands and the Emperor. Take actions to put yourself in that position. Take actions with authority in a new direction. You've gone those other two ways. Now is the time for action. If you want to see your ships come in, if you want to see things play out the way you want to, you're going to have to put in some work. You're going to have to say what you need to say. You're going to have to choose a direction and be authoritative about it. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. And this is what I know I need. And this is what I'm going to do to get there. I have this faith in myself. I know that I have this kind of power. I know I can have that life, have that position, have all of that. The Emperor here takes that authority and takes a more masculine, empowered stance on something, because they're not just going to let these things get taken from them. They're like, oh, no. Let me show you how mature and, how much conviction I have to make this happen. How I can really show you that I have the ability to execute these plans, to make all these things happen. You have control, you have stability, and you have the reason to do this. So start taking that action. Don't be afraid to step out of your shell and into something better, greater, and more about what you want now than what you used to want. You're changed, and as you come up on your solar return, that's going to come into sharp focus. Let's pull a romance angel card here real quick. Ooh, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And again, it's like being playful, but also being mature and adapting. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to be baby this week, right? Okay. Let's look at a Lindy Andrews Oracle deck. Yeah, I don't know. There's a real playfulness with you. And again, I feel like Cancers, just watch out for those people that are coming back from the past to be playful, or people that just come out of the woodwork during Venus retrograde. It's just, whether you want to admit it or not, we're all affected by it. And I know you guys want to maybe pretend like you're not, but you are. Let's pull Lindy Andrews here for this week. Ooh, nice. We get intuition. Beautiful, beautiful card here. Sorry that I have to hold it this way. It's the only way I can read it. From the left side of your body comes your female energy, whether you are a man or a woman. Within this femaleness, this feminine consciousness lives your intuition. Intuition is the intelligence of your body-mind. You feel what is true with your body-mind, rather than know what is true with your mind. Intuition does not have the clouds of accumulated knowledge to distort your vision. Intuition simply sees what is the truth. With intuition, you can feel the source of your being without reasoning it away and being filled with doubt. Doubt destroys your intuition. Find your power always in balance between mind and intuition. So, those are your messages for this week, Cancer. All right, guys, do make sure to check out your monthlies. Do make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do want to book a private reading, guys, all that information is always right below this video in the description box. Do check out Truly Divine for some really amazing astrology and numerology chart analysis. They do compatibility reports that just are incredible. So you can use my code Deku30 for 30% off of any purchase that you make with them. You can use it as many times as you want. You can send it to as many people that can also use it as many times as they want. So use that, guys. It's also in my description box. And so if you are trying to get in contact with me on Instagram right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm stuck in this verification loop and I cannot get on for even more than it's crazy. I get on and then I'm off again, and then I have to go through all these crazy things because Instagram doesn't have support or help and is not responding to me. So this has been a really frustrating and difficult time. So if you're wondering again, why I'm not responding on Instagram, why I'm not posting anything, it's because I can't get on right now. I don't know what the heck is going on, and it'd be great if a interface with billions of users like Instagram had support and help that actually responded, but they don't. So it's frustrating. Also, I just wasn't able to do the weeklies last week because I was sick. I still haven't gotten my results back because that's Florida for you. It's been like over a week. They were like, we're gonna get them back to you within 1 to 2 days. So who knows right now? And I'm feeling a lot better, obviously. So hopefully it wasn't that, but I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Thank you again for all of your support, guys. Make sure to leave me a comment, make sure to subscribe, and have a blessed week. Namaste.